What's going on, guys? I have a video about being a giver, something that will change your life if you allow this idea to be your primary state, because it changed my life. And I think I got this initially from this thing called law of compensation. If you haven't heard of it, Google it. You're going to find very interesting things. The law of compensation essentially states that whatever you give, you will receive. So if you want to give bad energy, you will receive bad energy. If you gossip, you will be gossiped about. And it is one of those things where you might be like, well, Zane, that doesn't make any sense. And to that, I'll say, just try it. See how it goes. So be a giver, because the cycle of receiving and giving starts with giving. And this thing will change your life, because essentially what I will tell you to do is to start looking at your life from the perspective of what can I do to help? What can I do to give? How can I be a giver? Instead of saying, well, I don't have enough. Everybody brings their need to the marketplace, as Jim Rohn says, but nobody brings their seed to the marketplace. And the moment you start thinking in this manner that, hey, every day I wake up, what can I give instead of how can I receive? Already you're going to be in the top 3-5% of the human population, because most people are so concerned about what they need instead of saying, how can I provide? How can I be a giver? There's an old quote that I really love, and it's like, everybody raises their hands and asks the heaven or God for what they need, but very few people ask God, what do you need from me? And I think that there's immense wisdom in that. And at the very least, there is this concept of control, where you start happening to life instead of life starts happening to you. You become the first principle, the first causer of events. And there's also immense freedom in that. But above all, I want you to take this leap of faith and start looking at, how can I give and be a giver? Because the other advantage is people want to be around people that give. There's just good energy in that, right? So even if you're like, oh, I don't believe in all this, if I give, I will receive. You just have to think that, okay, well, what if you're around people that are always giving and looking to give instead of receiving? That's just a good person to be around. That's a good energy, right? But I'll tell you another thing. The law of compensation says that you will receive what you are always. The universe doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you are. And if you're a giver, well, givers, the cycle of giving is basically givers will always receive. And if you want to receive a lot, you have to give a lot. Well, what do I give? Well, whatever you give, you will receive. If you give wisdom, you will receive wisdom. If you give love, you will receive love. If you give happiness and joy to others, you will receive happiness and joy. If you give money, you will receive money. If you give the opportunity for others to make money, you will receive money. If you give actual money, you will also receive money. In fact, I will tell you and I will challenge you to find a person that became poor because they gave too much. I want to give you that challenge. Like, go, meet somebody that's like, oh, I became poor because I gave too much charity. I'd have never met of a person. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Almost all wealthy people I know are incredible givers. They're just obnoxiously generous. And that's a good word, right? I want to be obnoxiously generous. I want to be that person, whether it's for recognition or not. Not too concerned about that, because the giving is, the reward of giving takes care of itself. You don't have to worry about receiving once you start the cycle of giving. And I want to encourage you to try it. Just try it. One of the things I've said publicly before, when I speak in front of people, is I want to encourage you to give. I want to encourage you to give $20 a day, or $10 a day. Just wake up every day and just commit yourself, to giving $10 a day. Or $20 a day, or $50 a day, wherever you are, and just do that religiously. You're saying I could give $500 a month. What do I have to do every day? Just try doing it every day and put yourself in that state of giving, because what will happen is you're basically waking up every day and you're telling the universe, hey, I'm a giver. That's what I do. And you guys have heard me talk about being a producer. This kind of goes hand in hand with that. If you haven't watched that video, you can check it out. Don't be a consumer. Producers give. Producers don't worry about themselves, right? I'm not concerned about me. I've lived off of very little, and I know I can do it again. But I've never been concerned about me, because I'm always just like, the universe takes care of me. I'm a producer. I don't ever concern myself with what is Zane going to get. Zane's going to get whatever Zane's going to get. That's not in my control. What is in my control is what I give. And that's a big shift in consciousness. I want you to realize that I'm not a special person. I'm not more talented. I don't work harder than most people. But the approach, the intention matters. We've been told that the intention doesn't matter. Oh, how hard you try matters. Maybe, but I can tell you this right now. If you don't have the right intentions, you could try all you want. You're not going to get the right ideas. You're not going to get the right opportunities. You're not going to get the right rewards. And you're going to get bitter because, I tried so hard. Why am I not winning? Because your intention was to receive and only to receive. See, nobody knows your intention except for you. You have to control that. And you have to come from a place of, I'm here to serve. I'm here to give. I'm here to provide. And I'm going to trust the universe and I'm going to trust God to take care of the receiving part of it. I mean, why wouldn't you receive? Another thing is also, you're not going to receive wherever you give. That's another thing a lot of people, get a little bent out of shape about is, I helped so-and-so and they're not giving me anything back. You don't worry about that person giving you back. It's not that person that receives it. If you go try really hard on a project and the project fails, you gotta look bigger. You gotta look at the whole deal, right? You may try here and that may completely bomb. You may give here and they may get nothing back in return. But from somewhere else you get something. And I've often said that, we train people, they do fantastic, pour into people, they do great. And then you may not have that person basically come out to anything. They may leave. And then someone else shows up that is already better than that person. Well, how did that happen, right? It's because you gave here and you received here, because the law of compensation will always be true. Guys, I'm telling you, this is a hack, but it's also the realest thing that there is. That is why the golden rule, right? Do to others as you would want done unto you. All these things exist. This is ancient wisdom. It has survived thousands of years. And now, because we're so mathematical, we're like, oh, well, that don't make no sense. Because materially, that makes no sense. Trust me, guys. Trust me. Whatever you are, if you're a giver, you will receive. The receiving is only reserved for the givers. If you want to receive a lot, start being a giver. That's all I got to say, right? Just take a leap of faith. Try it for 30 days. And every day, those 30 days, you wake up and say, I'm going to give as much as I can. All of it. Wisdom, knowledge, love, money, experience, hard work, all of it. Just give. And just watch in 30 days. It's going to change your life. I promise you. It's going to change everything about your life. It's going to change your relationships. It's going to change how much money you make. It's going to change the opportunities and the people that come around you. You're going to start getting abundance because you come from a place of abundance. Just try it. I mean, seriously, what's there to lose, right? Just try it, right? Why are you holding back? Just give and be a giver and see what happens. And at the very least, you're going to feel generous, right? Oh, I'm a great guy. I give, right? So anyway, I hope that helps, guys. The law of compensation, look it up. It's a real thing. You can call it karma. You can call it, reciprocity. You can call it all sorts of things. But at the end of the day, come from a place of abundance, and you're going to have abundance in your life. I hope it helps, guys. Thank you very much.